rolling.
Shalom, shalom is real. Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, as we get in today's word, today is the Sabbath, obviously. We must acknowledge our Heavenly Father, Yahweh, who was only begotten Son, Yahweh, for allowing this word to come out, man. I hope you sincere brothers and sisters are truly, truly edified by today's word. You got myself, the elder, his son is here, the original gang, the real Jews the Bible speaks of.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Great drink, what up with it? Listen, man, you sincere brothers and sisters, tighten up, man. As you know, the Sabbath service, those who follow us on the Sabbath service know the elder MC's the word, and me and his son, we pretty much just fill in the blanks, man. And, you know, we don't know where this train wreck gonna land, but just put your seatbelt on, man, and watch us do what we do. As you can see, man, the sun is back in effect, man. You know what I'm saying? He took a much needed break, and in this spiritual walk, you need that. Sometimes you gotta just live, get off the grid. So he was off the grid for a good week. So hey man, we back. Hey man, did you discover anything when you was off the grid, my friend?
No, man, I just had a lot of moments that you can't really explain type shit while I was gone.
Right.
So, but it was needed though.
Absolutely.
They needed that solo.
Oh yeah, you need that self-time, man, because you're in this spiritual walk. Before we turn it over to the elder, in this spiritual walk, you'll find out something when you're 10 toes in like us, right? We live this 24/7. So what happens is, if you don't have a temporary outlet, you'll go crazy.
Facts. I was just gonna say,
yeah,
like
you'll go crazy.
Like, if I could advise anything, because when you live according to this, you be scared to go outside your comfort zone with a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Because it's like, okay, I'm not adding to my receipt if I stay doing the same thing.
Right.
But you get in that circle of every fucking day the same thing.
Yeah.
And you end up on some dumb shit. So nigga needed that break for real.
You're trying to avoid trouble.
Yeah. You'll avoid trouble, man. Now, as we turn over to the elder, again, this is the Sabbath service. And listen, man, from the last time y'all seen us to now, what we usually do is enlighten y'all on the latest, greatest. And us as Jake, the tribe of Judah, it's an ongoing, non-stop musical double CD playing of Monkey. And we ain't even talking about monkey see, monkey do, just straight monkey. Elder, can you do the honors, man, of introducing us into today's Sabbath, man?
Proverbs chapter 22, verse 3. A prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished.
Okay, Elder, you said a few things, man. You said Proverbs, what was that? Proverbs 23?
22 and 3.
22 and 3. Can you, first of all, before you go into your spiel, right? Can you tell the people, the congregation, before you get to the prudent man, right? Who is the simple? What would be a good example of the simple? Those people that you don't really like, right?
Black people.
Now,
Black people are simple.
Now, Ak, what's so pivotal about the prudent man? They say the prudent man. You know, a lot of Jakes will hear that and be like, prudent man.
Right. Let's get the definition of prudence.
The elder said in Proverbs 22 and 3, a prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself. There you go right there.
Okay.
His son is a prime example of a prudent man foreseeth evil and hideth himself.
Prudent. Acting with or showing care and thought for the future. No prudent, they give you an example. No prudent money manager would authorize a loan without knowing its purpose. You know, just a little something on there. Prudent. Acting with or showing care and thought for the future.
Yeah.
is prudence.
Listen, man, that was such a beautiful word to start off with, man. Because in a nutshell, what you're basically saying is, when you got your spiritual binoculars on, you got your spiritual brain cap in place. As a spiritual man, your steps are going to be guided by going in the right direction and deviating from bullshit that's going to get you in trouble, or it can be spiritual trouble or death.
Right, right.
Wow.
Well, where we're at now,
That's deep.
Where I'm at now in life, it's an actualization that's taking place that's not all that pleasant.
God.
It's we know we done.
Oh yeah, the game over.
It's over.
Yeah.
I mean, at this point,
Yeah.
at this age, I'm starting to look at my physical shell. I'm trying to train my physical shell
Isaiah 26:20.
to understand that it is basically a spirit inside of a garbage bag.
Con.
It's disposable.
And 21. Yeah.
We
26, 20.
Yeah, Isaiah 26:20,
Yeah.
21. Yeah,
through the media, through the public school system, through propaganda, through peer pressure, through family pressure, through all of the things that we're taught when we come out of the womb.
Con.
One thing that they don't emphasize enough, well, what they emphasize is this feeling of life is permeated.
Con.
But it's not. It's very temporary and can be extinguished at any given moment. So to live to see 49 years
Con.
and to look and to see all of the health problems that I've seen in people, to see all the deaths of children, tragic deaths of children that I've seen,
Absolutely.
the stories that you hear, these outrageous, murderous stories of youth, young people, man.
All
It was
that.
some youth dying this week. It's every city, and it'll vex your spirit, but at the same time, it's the Lord's way of reminding you that your physical shell is disposable at any given time.
Yep.
Regardless of the school system, regardless of the media, perpetrating that is permanent.
Con.
You know it's not permanent.
Absolutely.
When you young, you don't think about the mortality, your mortality. You can. It's something about being young. You just don't have the understanding and wisdom to understand death.
Yep.
The pride that the Lord speaks about when He talks about He hates pride. Pride is something. If you ask me, it comes from maybe like a Hollywood propaganda.
Con. Yeah.
So Hollywood propaganda entrances. It's like, for instance, there's this one lyric in a Future song with Drake that just kind of throw me off when he said it, and it just is such a fickle and shallow, vain thing to believe in. He said, "Red bottoms, life is good." So,
yeah,
it's like, all right, because you have on a regular shoe, it had propaganda behind it.
Yep.
And it's just a shoe. You think life's good. If you put on a bunch of sparkly diamonds that have an appeal to the only one sense, it only ignites one sense, and that's sight.
Yep.
If you blind, you can't see diamonds, and if you turn off all the lights in the room and touch them, it's like, all right, what's the difference in touching the diamond in this book and this table? It has one purpose, and that's like vanity.
Already. Yeah.
So you see this this over exaggeration of vanity and pride, and you get caught up in it. And then you get to the point in life like me to where you lay in the bed at night, and sometimes it's hard for me to catch my breath due to anxiety.
Yep.
And it's like, dang, that stuff don't really mean nothing. You know, you can't even think.
Right. Right.
So when you get to that level, you start to go back and empathize on all the times that you heard somebody was sick. And it's not that you didn't care, it's just that you had bigger and better things in your mind and ambitions in your life to pursue, to be worried about somebody's health problem.
Absolutely.
But then if you start to, it's not even you having a health problem, it's understanding that, we talked about this before, we don't know where is the boundaries of empathy. How far down into empathy? Okay, say for instance, you hear your auntie sick. How much attention as a 50-year-old man should your sick auntie get in your mind space?
Right.
Without it overwhelming you, or without you, or with you showing a lack of empathy. So, at what point, where's the balance? So these things are they super hard to do.
Yeah.
Where's the balance? Because if you loathe over it, the death of a loved one, you get into this bad loathing state where it just can take you downhill.
Absolutely.
And you say, how far down am I supposed to go?
Yeah.
You lost, bro. We lost
already.
Yeah. Like every day that I wake up in the morning, I realize I'm really more lost than I was before, because we moving closer to the grave, and the people that we love are moving closer to the grave. Absolutely. And yet we still haven't grasped any footing.
Yeah.
Is we just free falling.
Absolutely.
You got something?
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm still holding.
Yeah, you can bring that out. Then I want to expound on something I said. You can bring that out, bro, when you get a chance.
Oh, Kyle is back here.
Oh, okay.
I'm late to the show.
So yeah, so basically, man, before Ish bring that out, that Isaiah, the thing is, I've experienced that, bro, where my auntie, she passed in 2023, February last year. No, 2022, February. One of my favorite aunties, and she died from cancer. And she went in the hospital like September 2021, and she was at Columbia St. Mary's for like 3 months. They still couldn't determine what was her issue. Mm. Then that November, they was like, she had like stage 4. Oh, I forgot what cancer it was, but you could see once they established it was cancer, just that hurt, and that like, damn, like it's my favorite auntie, like it's my mom's, out of all my mom's siblings, this is my favorite auntie. And she was like 55, 56. Yeah. So, you know, I struggle with that emotional piece of trying to figure out how much energy to give that. Then, you know, me and our fathers died 6 months apart. Then, you know, I just lost my grandson last March. So, like you said, if you don't establish a balance, guess what'll happen?
You're gonna go crazy.
All that shit, you'll put all your misery, like you'll put your own misery into those losses. And then guess what happens? You find yourself spiritually zapped.
Yeah.
So I'm just adding on to what you were saying, because it's like, damn, that resonates. And most people that's not spiritual, they're gonna turn to the bottle, they're gonna turn to heavy drugs, they're gonna turn to eating, all of that. For us, we have to have the spiritual resolve to be able to say, okay, you know what? Like when you went off the grid for last week, me and your dad, we have to figure ways to go off the grid every day, even when we're in public. When he go to Trader Joe's, Woodman's, wherever he goes, he has to find a way to stay off the grid whining in public, because what we see is Walking Dead people every day.
Man.
like walking caskets every day, and we can't say nothing but be like, "Thank you, Lord. We ain't in that motherfucker yet."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's that sorrow, that balance. When you say a prudent man foreseeth evil, right? You mentioned earlier how these teenagers, a lot of these teenagers. I just did a word earlier today speaking about unconsciousness of drunkenness. The two girls that died, I don't know if you heard about it, on 24th and Howard. The chick that was driving the car, right? It was her birthday they were celebrating. So she killed herself and the passenger. The third girl that was in the back seat, she didn't get hurt, but she ran because she had warrants.
Yeah.
So you 22 years old, you on your 22nd or 23rd birthday, your 24th birthday. You go out, celebrate your so-called birthday, and then
Speeding down the street.
On some dumb shit.
Now, here's the thing. At 24, I'd have did something stupid like that.
Right. Now, Ish, this is going to give him that Isaiah 2021, bro.
Isaiah chapter 26, verse 20. Come, my people, enter thou into thy chambers, and shut thy doors about thee. Hide thyself as it were for a little moment, until the indignation be overpast. For behold, the Lord cometh out of his place to punish the inhabitants of the earth for their iniquity. The earth also shall disclose her blood, and shall no more cover her slain.
Dude, that right there, in a nutshell, pretty much explains what the elder is speaking about. Right now, the Lord is on the cusp of coming back and knocking wingtips loose.
To interject, guess what's happening to me? The internet is driving me crazy.
Now, elaborate that for the congregation, bro. Give them an example of the internet taking you through there, bro.
You have a YouTube page. I'm not huge. I be on, this is gonna sound super narcissistic. I be on Facebook, but I only be watching myself on there, if that makes sense.
No,
I watch myself on Facebook. I don't watch nobody else. For me to see your stuff, it would have to be like right there in my face.
Right.
And you know what I see? I see 50-year-old, 45-year-old men showing off shoes.
Yep.
I'm talking about the shoes that everybody already got.
Wow.
I'm talking about not no DTZs.
No, they don't
Shoes
want
that everybody got.
Right. The one.
That's weird, man.
Now, hold on.
You 45, and then the picture is yo Jordan. The Jordans, not no exclusive Jordans, just some Jordans.
Hold on.
Not the Jordans. You know Jordans ain't hard to get.
That's
You
what it's
know,
called.
it's Jordans.
Hold on. So you said something.
Then the caption will say today's weapons or something like that.
Some cornball shit.
Now you said DTZs as far as shoes. You gotta enlighten the congregation what you mean by that.
Oh, you got the
Somebody
Yeezys, which is Kanye West's shoe, and then you got the DTZs, which is DTZ shit.
Mr. Donald Trump 400s.
Yep. So, as you scroll through any major social media outlet, you see the tragedies, man. Them news stories be crazy.
Yeah.
Because I got the news break, bro.
Yeah.
Man, black people, we doing some crazy shit, man.
All-time high, bro.
Like,
All-time
dog,
high.
did you hear about the story about the 7 friends raped the 20-year-old they friend on social media, beat her up, raped her, and then threw her body under a mattress. This just happened. I forgot what city, but it's all over the internet. It's all. I'm like, whoa, why?
Get 7 niggas on the same.
It was some women involved. They
So-
saying, yeah.
I got a question. Is I just saw something. I don't know if this was recent or they was just posting it now, where a black person was found hung from a tree or some shit.
See, I didn't see that.
Mississippi.
I don't
That's
know what
happened
it
a
was.
couple times.
Yeah.
in
That's
Mississippi
been
in the
happening.
past.
Yeah.
I mean, the 200 and some dead bodies behind the police station in Mississippi. They was clipping niggas
It's more
Yeah, your guy missing.
It's more than that now.
It's more than that?
Mm-hmm.
This a new story,
This over the past year?
Yeah, over the past year,
bro.
that's what's been happening, but it's more than that. It's like I think it was like 1,000 something.
The gender war.
Yeah.
The gender war that's taking place online, you can't run from it.
Yeah, you can't avoid that.
You can't run from some ass in your face. You can't.
Yes,
If
sir.
you go on the internet,
It's
gonna
that.
be a big booty in your face.
And it might be a nigga.
And it might be a nigga.
That shit
Right.
evil.
It's like, damn, dude. It's like, remember when you was younger and you see a beautiful woman and you just be like, man, dog, that you. It's like you be trying to just move, get out of the way. You clogging up mind space with it's not even stimulating anymore. It's just sensory overload, debauchery. Every aspect that you trying to get to your next spiritual fix, you gotta go through Hades to get there. So when you go on YouTube, right, and you looking for some game, you gonna run into some passport bro shit. You gonna run into the black woman saying that, like, the thing
Yes.
this
Discovery.
this is what's killing me right now.
Discovery. Look it up. DES.
Mhm.
Go ahead, Elder Keith.
We got the black woman out here saying and doing, I don't know if it's for attention, and then you got the black man out here opposing it when really it's nothing to oppose. You got all these women
Shit.
who
I
come
want you
from
to
all
bring that
these
out.
crazy background situations, and they all want Idris.
Yeah.
And they say it with a straight face.
Mhm.
Oh, I'm living in the projects. I got 6 kids by 6 different guys. Okay, how much? And she fat. And then, okay, what kind of man you want? Oh, he gotta be tall. He gotta be handsome. And he gotta make 140,000. Okay, your baby fathers. What did they do? Oh no. So you got 6 kids by 6 different men, and your standard for the man you want, he gotta be gorgeous with 140,000. Yep. And this is becoming so bad to where it's like, okay, it's something more going on here.
Mm-hmm.
Is this attention, or is this the female way of what basically we doing? You know you're fucked up.
Yeah.
You know you out of here.
Right.
So just wish upon a star.
Yeah.
Like a motherfucker.
Now look, I'm gonna add on to what you're saying. When you was speaking about all this shit on social media you've been exposed to, right? I'm gonna have Ish bring this out because I just stumbled across this last night.
Just
right?
imagine what it's doing to the kids.
Right. So I'm watching TV, you know, the idiot box. This commercial comes on, and I'm like, okay. And I look at it and I say to myself, like, okay, let me pretend like I didn't see the commercial. And then I say, okay, let me take myself out of my spiritual self and look at it from a carnal perspective. From a carnal perspective, it flew right over my head. Like it was just, you know, how you turn your sink on, the water come out. That's how natural it felt. But then when I put my spiritual cap back on and jump into my spiritual body, it's like, dude, this is how you know we're gone, because Ish, I want you to give your dad and Kyle the definition of scubby, and this is the commercial I seen yesterday, and it's just flowing like a regular
Scubby.
Discovery.
Oh,
Oh,
I think I know what that is.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead.
So,
I think I
before
know what
even
that
say
is.
what it is, the first picture on the website is a nigga covered in tattoos with a head wrap on. So just put that image in your head.
Not a white dude, a nigga.
A Negro
I think I know what that
Okay.
is. Scubby
with plenty
is.
tattoos, plenty, with a head wrap on. Discovery for PrEP
Ah, I knew what it
is
was.
a once daily prescription medicine for adults and adolescents
Adolescent.
at risk of HIV.
How
It
you
helps
at risk?
lower the chances of getting HIV through sex.
How you at risk of
See that?
HIV?
As an adolescent?
See
How
that?
you at risk of HIV? Either you got it or you don't. How you at risk for it?
So let me break that down. What it's just said. Basically, what that pill is, hey man, if you gonna get your homie on, take this first. So if homie that you finna go in this rectum with, if he any kind of infected, hey
You got
man,
a shield on.
you free, you dig?
How did you come up with that? How do they come up with that? You know what type of demon you got to be sitting in the lab like, man, we need these gay dudes to be, to be able to work that shit. But see, with this AIDS out here, they really won't get down the way we want them to. So if we bring out a pill that says, hey, free love.
And it's a blatant mock at the Lord.
It don't even work for straight sex.
It don't?
No.
Oh my God.
It only works for gay.
Read that, please. What the fuck, man?
Discovery for PrEP is not for everyone. It is not for use in people assigned female at birth who are at risk of getting HIV from vaginal sex.
So it's just straight
Because
niggas.
its effectiveness has not been studied. So y'all ain't even worried about
We gotta keep the homies. We gotta keep the homies
Straight.
Which
This
is easy
it's
back on for that.
evil.
So we're at risk of adolescence. So then you like, all right, let me get the little homies on.
Right.
Let me tag them too.
Right.
They want to destroy us, dog.
So
They try
that's-
every angle.
So that's what. Now that point in that is to go back to what you were saying when you opened the word of how it's vexing. You lose your mind when you scrolling through these social medias, these commercials, bro. It's like, dude, they got a appeal, a free for all homosexuals to do what they do, and we got something for you to keep you in the game. But here we are, regular men that can make one mistake and you screwed.
Screwed. This is
Cooked.
you know
Grits.
when the Bible says that the world will progressively get worse
That's
until
an
the Lord's
understatement.
man, this is crazy, man. Like, it's not just that, it's the prices of shit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's the attitudes of people.
Yep.
It's like really, really, really over out here. And then, healthcare.
Oh, that's a joke, bro.
Bro, once you get sick, just start making your plans to exit.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. You
'Cause
should already have your exit
Yeah,
plan
because
going.
man, once you start looking into the healthcare industry, it's like,
It's really, that shit the same as fucking pot of water, man.
yep,
Yeah, you
Yeah.
gambling.
There's a bunch of motherfuckers in there touching shit.
yep. So if
none of it matters.
Yep. If you start to have health problems, just start getting your exit strategy together.
You
Because
better.
yeah, because staying here is okay. We begging the. I caught myself begging to stay here,
God.
and then you it's a strange feeling when you get this age.
Yeah.
This y'all ain't here yet. This is a weird age, especially as a black person.
Mm-hmm.
So I remember hearing this guy who passed away. He used to be with Toot all the time. He said black people don't get competitive until they turn 50 years old. And I was looking at him like, yeah, right. If anything, they not competitive. But I don't think a lot of things happen to black people. I see the same look on all of my friends' faces at this age. They all scared. But not all of us gonna admit to being scared. Some of us don't know how to deal with the fear. I think it's part of that midlife crisis thing. A fear kick in to where your day is real limited.
Mm-hmm.
So I can see this panic and fear on everybody's face that's our age. And then they try to deter it with the comedy show or a new car or a night out for a steak dinner with the wife, or a new home edition. But all of these things are just distractions for what we gotta face.
Yeah.
Imminent death. Bro, what did I put down? I wanted to.
Just bring that up while your
Yeah.
dad is going to.
2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 9. For ye remember, brethren,
Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. 2 Thessalonians, chapter 2, verse 9 through 12.
through 12. Okay, bet.
Yeah.
For ye remember, brethren, our labor and travail, for laboring night and day, because we would not be chargeable
Is that
unto
first
any of
or
you.
second?
Oh, I'm tripping. That is first.
Yeah, second. Yeah,
Second.
Second
I'm super
Thessalonians
tripping.
2.
There we
9
go.
through 12.
There we go. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 9. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. And for this cause God shall send them strong delusion, that they should believe a lie, that they all might be damned who believe not the truth, but have pleasure in unrighteousness.
That's the world we're living in right now. Like, you got some more on that, Ish? Oh, yeah.
Nah, he starts switching up after that.
So, what Ish just brought out, the workings of Satan with all powers and signs and lying.
You know what?
wonders.
Verse 13.
Okay.
Give
him that
a
too.
continuation with verse 13. But we are bound to give thanks always to God for you, brethren, beloved of the Lord, because God hath from the beginning chosen you to salvation through sanctification of the Spirit and belief of the truth.
Con. So everything the elder spoke about as far as social media, all these commercials, all this wickedness, right? If you're not spiritually 10 toes rooted, right, you don't realize it's the workings of Satan.
Yep.
I'm talking about at an all-time high. Discovery. That's the working of Satan,
Yeah.
bro.
If you ain't got the understanding, you gonna think that's some argument. Oh, this is good. They say, fuck out of here, nigga. It's never supposed to exist.
That's what I'm saying. Like, the game is rigged, bro. It's like everything that's supposed to be real or being portrayed as real is make-believe. But if Satan got a strong hold on you, you're going to believe that to be reality.
Facts.
Only those that's in the truth, that's 10 toes in, can sniff through the bullshit and see the live and the jive.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it says, listen, and for this cause God shall send them strong delusion that they should believe a lie. Satan know that play. And he playing with house money, because guess why? If they don't believe him, the Lord gonna be like, oh, don't worry about it. I'm gonna make sure they believe your ass. So it's like, if you ain't, dog, listen, bro.
Dog, the grocery store.
Evil.
Right.
It's
Dog,
evil.
the grocery store probably one of the most evil places here. It's hidden under innocence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But man, it's all bad
Dog,
up in there.
the prices
Because everything else is kind of blatant. Like,
Yeah.
in a sense, you don't
Yeah.
need that shit. You
Yeah.
hiding the most evil shit and the shit a nigga need. Literally.
Yep.
And it's like, dog, what the fuck?
A store full of chemicals.
And think about this, this is where you have to ask for the grace of God, because a food is a necessity. It ain't something you be like, oh, I get to it eventually.
Yeah.
Dude, that's a necessity.
Yes.
So you're contaminating necessity. So there ain't no way around it. You either starve to death or die.
Bro, I don't know who worse. No, yeah, I do. The people in Walmart are definitely worse. But Woodman's is a very close second. Like, I only go into groceries. I go to certain grocery stores for certain different things, and the only one that I can get in and out without, and then I can't even tell that lie, because Grape Drink being Trader Joe. I'm talking about, dog, Grape Drink being Trader Joe's.
Oh,
like,
yeah, that's their spot.
I'm
Yeah.
waiting for you to come.
Right.
Hey, welcome to Grape. You want some Grape Drink? It's in the back.
Right.
sometimes be in the front.
Yeah.
Right. I'm like, dude,
Trader
this
Joe's.
is crazy. But,
Yep.
and this is going to sound awful. Don't nobody vex my spirit like Jake.
Oh, that ain't awful. That's just the butt naked truth.
Dog, we be looking,
That's
we
just
look
butt naked
just
truth.
like the background Boondocks characters.
Right. Or what about good
This
times?
how they looking at, yeah, like them good time characters.
Yeah.
Good times, that picture. That's how black people look. Everywhere you go.
Yeah. Yeah.
When we get old, oh man, we really start looking bugged out.
Yeah.
Young ones, you can see the sexual charge in them.
Yeah.
Because that's what young people, they think on a sexual charge.
That's the only thing. That's the only thing they have. Huh?
Right. But old
Everything is
ones,
sexual.
oh man, when that body start breaking down, you see them in the stove, them glasses be sitting down here,
Mm-hmm.
and they look up at you. You be like, damn,
Yeah.
that's that pork.
Yeah.
That's that pork. I know
Yeah,
the look
I
of
know.
pork. When you do like that, you
Yeah.
look up, I'm like, that's that pork.
Yeah. And that's
know it is.
that's the main thing in the store that Jake can't run away from it if he wanted to. Like it's like pork and black folks is like great dance
Bro.
partners.
If you like, we could, if we put more effort into basically some senseless things, time consuming things, we
Yeah.
could show with a narrative where we coming from. We could just sit in the parking lot of Woodman's and use the zoom feature on our camera as we record. Especially if you got a car with some tint, not even no real dark. As black people, everybody come out the store, just zoom in on them a little bit, and then put together a little
Yeah.
synopsis on them, a hypothesis. Like, look at them.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think their story is? They gonna waddle off to their car.
Yeah.
But ultimately, it's almost like, do it matter? Because these bodies gonna die off anyway.
Yeah.
So I'm in this purgatory type of state to where it's like, you want to be judgmental of the health habits of others,
Yeah.
but that stuff is, yeah, if you love yourself, yeah, I guess you would be more health conscious, but exercise profiteth little. And
Yeah.
and we basically, bro, life it's a train to the cemetery. You on a train to the cemetery. There's no way around it.
Absolutely.
The
Yeah.
Bible, that's why the Bible keeps speaking about this everlasting life, because by the time you figure out you a slave.
Yeah.
For what though? The white man to live out longer than you by like 10 years with more shit?
Basically.
Right. It's 1 Thessalonians 5, verses 4 through
Chapter 1.
Yep. 1 Thessalonians 5, verse 4 through 9.
Oh, I'm tripping. I'm super tripping. 4 through 9.
Yeah.
First
Was you
Thessalonians.
done?
Oh yeah, look, yeah.
1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 4. But ye brethren are not in darkness, that day should overtake you as a thief. Ye are the children of light and the children of the day. We are not of the night nor of darkness. Keep going.
Yeah.
Therefore let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober. For they that sleep in the night, and they that be drunken are drunken in the night. But let us who are of the day be sober, putting on the breastplate of faith and love, and for an helmet the hope of salvation.
And verse 9.
For God hath not appointed us to wrath, but to obtain salvation by our Lord Yahushua.
So, in a nutshell, when it speaks about light of the day, that's where we're fortunate at. All these other people, when the elders see them in the Trader Joe's, Woodman's, the gas station, Walmart, these people not only in the dark, but they drunk.
There's really no pleasures left here.
Yeah.
I mean, the pleasure I have now is like the small things, like the big things, but they are looked
Painted
at.
as small.
Right, like if my whole family in the kitchen eating and I'm not saying nothing, but I'm just
congregate.
listening to them talk
Yeah.
and stuff like that. That's like the brightness.
Oh, that's
Because I'm not, material just don't do it for me.
right.
You know?
Right.
So if or I hear my wife and daughter leave and they laughing as they going out the door.
Facts.
And then when they come home, they laughing as they come through the door.
Beautiful music, man.
Yeah, it's stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? It's this sharing thing. Like last night, Ishmael came to the door. He said, "I'm gonna take your car." So we share stuff. That's like the things that mean something to me, because I know that's temporary too.
Yeah.
But and then it's hard to tell people that who are our age, who haven't reached a certain level. Because if I tell them, man, I ain't into material stuff, and then they look at my house, they gonna be looking like, this nigga
Lying.
right, nigga. You look at all this shit you got. You just remodeled this. It's like,
Yes, you're just gonna tell your dad. Don't lie to me, man.
So when I say that, it's like, it's if I say that to the wrong person, they gonna get offended.
Yep.
Cause I'm like, nigga, you got this nice ass house, you got this, you got that, and I'm gonna be like, man, but see, what you understand is, I accumulated this stuff when I was blind.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I realize now that I'm more blessed than I thought I was, because I had MTV Cribs in my head.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, man, I'm gonna buy this little house and man, shit, and then I'm gonna be out here in Mequon with Grape Drink. I didn't even know that was Grape Drink when I had these apps. Thank God I didn't make it. I be living next door to a bunch of these.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
With a whole bunch of debt and a whole bunch of brooms.
Right. Give me all the misery you can give me.
Man, listen. We've sold this big house dream, but nobody tell you the big house requires
Slavery.
constant maintenance just to keep it up to a decent look.
Yep. Man, the elder talk about it all the time, man.
You'll be walking through the kitchen, your bottom of your sock gonna be black.
Yep.
If you're not on top of this. You know what I'm saying? So you start realizing everything they sold, it was fake. The circular driveway with the Bentley and the vaulted ceilings. You know how much energy it takes to heat something where there ain't nobody sitting?
Yeah.
You got a vaulted ceiling, hot air rise. So
All your heat up there.
all your heat gonna be up there until it fill up and it's all heat and then it's down here. It's like, dude, that's a lot of heating. And that was a dream they sold us.
Yeah.
And coming through slavery, we feel as if we deserve this stuff. You know?
Yeah.
We should have this, we should have that. But in this world, it's not gonna pan out.
It don't make sense.
Yeah, it don't
It's too
make
time
sense.
consuming.
It's too time consuming.
Well, it's like
And the only way you could do, I ain't even cut you
Like
off.
you.
Only one thing I realized, the only way you can do that shit easy is if you fucking somebody over.
Right.
So is it worth it? That's the only way it's gonna be easy.
Yeah, you have to have some Chinese work slaves in there keeping the floor clean.
Or just the amount of money where your money coming from, you're gonna have to be milking your people.
You have to be milking your people.
Because they're not gonna let you milk theirs.
And I believe that the Lord punished me for my participation in that real estate. That ain't right, man. Now, if somebody wants to do that, I ain't tripping. But for my peace of mind, I just can't rent to poor people for a financial advantage, for materialism. Because that's what the black real estate game is.
Yeah.
Why do you think Esau let anybody in that?
Yeah.
Oh, if you're going to help me oppress your own people, shoot, you can have all the money you want. If you're going to deal with the problems. So once you get into the real estate game, guess what you realize? You can't afford to rent to nobody white. You're going to be renting to all poor black people. Because your initial investments are going to be in the black neighborhood.
What about this? I'll add on to what you're saying. I invested 5 G's for 2 programs, quote unquote, black gurus that have made stupid money. You might know one of them, Tony the Closer. You ever heard?
I heard the dog, yeah.
Invested $3,500 in that. What's another investors? What is it? Investors Club. That's Central Investors, whatever. Another $1,500 in that, right? I lost that. Nothing panned out of it. And now I understand why. It don't line up with
It
this.
don't line up with this.
You really ain't lose.
Yeah,
I'm
so
not- let me
You
give
paid for a spot.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
felt like a loss.
Yeah,
You
you
paid
know.
for some games.
Yeah,
though.
if anybody watching this, if you got real estate investor dreams, if you in tune with this, that's a major disconnect.
Facts. Because before you even oppress the people, you got to get into usury. Unless you
Obligated.
wait 20 years and don't spend a damn dollar.
Right.
Yeah.
But by the end, the house you want to get gonna cost more than what you save. So fuck it.
Yeah. Man, 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 5. Perverse disputings of men of corrupt minds and destitute of the truth, supposing that gain is godliness. From such withdraw thyself. All these rich hope ass dudes, I don't like hearing that. And it's gonna sound like I'm a hater.
Envy, DJ Envy. See how he screwed motherfuckers.
Bro, you know how many people come to me and be like, "Yeah, dog, I'm gonna go into real estate, man, and I'm gonna get this, and I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do that." I be looking like, I'm not mad at you, but if I give you my opinion, I'm gonna sound like a hater.
Because you gotta understand, you talking to somebody that's in the dark. They ain't in the light. You trying to tell him like, hey bro, that ain't it. But he looking at you, no, that ain't it.
Right? Like, oh, dog, gonna try to shit on my dreams. No, it ain't that. It's just I've been down that road, and I've been down that road with a lot of niggas that, man, they moral compass was not all the way intact, bro. And the way you make money in that business is not square, player. It's some
Janky shit.
Mm-hmm.
Put it
there's
like,
some 3-car Molly in that shit. I do it like this, I do it like that, I do it like this.
what about this?
That's what it is.
Think about it from this perspective. What biblical character made his riches off real estate? Can you name one?
Caesar.
And then when you look at us in that arena of real estate, it don't take far to look at the trail where the bullshit's at. Like, it's bullshit somewhere in the game. It's
So when you
bullshit.
start, it's
It's
some bullshit.
bullshit, bro.
It's gonna be bullshit day one. We have a Moroccan drink of purple
Oh yeah, great
Yeah.
way
that's
of
running around with $1 billion worth of real estate or something in Milwaukee
Yeah.
and Racine and
In
it's just
Ohio and Illinois.
yeah, it's
and
like when
Indiana,
you look at his
motherfucker
properties,
unstoppable.
yeah,
it's like, okay, what is your goal?
yeah,
Fuck over as many people as he can.
Right, because you got enough money. What are you
Right.
doing?
More than
Right.
enough.
right,
Like, bro, you on some hella greed, bro.
yeah,
Standing on a nigga neck.
yeah. Now I'm gonna expound on
Rats, mice,
Yeah, yeah,
you know.
yeah.
Which I get it, you know. Poor people gotta live somewhere. I get it.
There go the-
But I
there-
don't
there-
get
But
it.
see, there it is, right there. You just spoke into where I want to touch on. When you're in real estate, can't have no empathy.
No,
No,
empathy out the
hell
door.
no.
You can't have no
Empathy out the door. Bro, I was drinking alcohol when I was in real estate. I don't even drink.
Now here go a trick question. Ish, I'm gonna ask all three of y'all, starting with the elder.
I would take, yeah.
Now, when it comes to lack of empathy, who worse, Tunchi on 13th and Atkinson or Moroccan?
Shit, James Jordan. The Moroccan. Like, bro, I remember driving
It's a bad
to
deal,
30.
bro.
I remember driving to 39 in Clark. And I'm knowing I'm finna hit, but it's bittersweet. So I done drunk me a beer. I wasn't drinking no hard liquor like that. I drink me 2 beers.
2 beers.
Because that'll make me be able to go over there and deal with getting in and out.
Right.
So, you remember Lil Kazoo?
I know you're talking about.
He used to be over there hustling. He used to be Lil Kev now. So
Yeah.
I would pull up on the block, see Kazoo. Kazoo already know, he know I own the house. Go in.
Yeah.
Now, the woman downstairs will be running electricity. They'll be sharing an extension cord. They ain't got no furniture. You know, the upstairs lady, she got a little bit of furniture. The house got roaches. I can't get rid of them. They not the cleanest people, so I can't shake the. I'm trying to get rid of them, but it's always food and stuff around for the roaches to eat.
Right. It's hard to get rid of them when you got that.
Right. So I'm steadily paying for extermination. It's working. It's not working. It's working. They complaining about a problem that they causing. The exterminator is a black dude, so we like this. He pulling me to the side. He like, look, dude,
These some filthy motherfuckers.
I'm not gonna. You never gonna get rid of these roaches. Why? Then he go show me chicken on the back stairs. Like, oh, it's chicken bones on the back stairs. It's like that kind of. Then we go in the backyard. They just throwing the garbage off the top porch into the backyard, and then when they decide to come down and get it, it was just a whole bunch of crazy stuff going on. They don't got no money, no furniture. No furniture. So I would go. And I would collect the rent, right? When I leave, I would have $550 plus $550. What's that? $1,100.
Yeah.
They give me $1,100. My mortgage on the house $275. So I come straight home. Guess what they doing? This would be like a Saturday a lot of the time. Saturday, sometimes Sunday. So like most like Sunday. They up. Running around, my wife getting dressed, the kids getting dressed. They finna go do whatever they do. I take the whole $1,100, hand it over to my wife like this. Here, you know what I'm saying? Her and the kids jump in the truck. They leave, come back hours later, all type of shit. Crab leg feast from
That
Red Lobster. You know what I'm saying? Shoes. If they didn't get nothing, they've been out partying all day, just lollygagging or whatever. And I just remember sitting there thinking to myself, man, I'm a man, bro. I'm making do for my family. But then in the back of my mind, I'm seeing where the money coming from and then what my wife doing with the money.
Yeah.
And I'm looking like, damn, man. I always was thinking to myself, how does God feel about this? Because I know deep down inside, I don't need this money. I'm making good money at my job. My wife making good money at her job. That's just extra money just to throw away. And I'm watching my family throw this shit away on shoes, food, you know what I'm saying? And then when I go collect the money, they ain't got no furniture. So when you put one group of people out, the next group of people is that bad or worse financially. You know what I'm saying? And it just when it fell apart, it was a relief, to be honest.
Now guess what? You got that?
Yeah.
This what you was experiencing, bro.
Micah chapter 2 verse 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with a sore destruction.
Yeah.
Give him that 11 too.
If a man walking in the spirit and falsehood do lie, saying, I will prophesy, unto thee of wine and of strong drink, he shall even be the prophet of this people.
You walking at that time, right? What benefited you was the fact that you had a conviction of shame. You had a conviction of, wait a minute, dude, empathy. And see, soon when that empathy set in, you wanted out.
Yep. I had a house free and clear. And the only thing that saved me from being completely...
I already know what you're going
is
to
because I lived in it.
Yeah.
See, when I lived there, I know what it's like to live in this house because I lived in this house. So that kind of buffered my empathy for my,
Yeah.
because that was my personal residence, and it got shot up and everything with my kids there, all that. So when I moved in, my tenants in that house, it felt better. But the problem was, when the mother passed away, I was looking at the family. They didn't have nowhere to go, so the house was paid for. I just let them stay in the house for free until the city took the house.
Pretty much.
It was some years too.
Yeah.
It was some years because I just couldn't see myself charging them rent and for a house that they already paid for. You know what I'm saying? So it was like I let the city take the house, but I tried. But when I counted up the rental payments that I gave them, it was a lot. It was 40,000, something like that. So I felt comfortable with giving back 40,000
Right.
of the 70,000 that she had given me over the years for rent. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I believe it was 40,000 in rental payments over the 5 or 6 years that they stayed in that house before the city took it. I didn't care. I just wanted out. I didn't want to be a landlord no more. It just made me feel grimy.
And it goes back to, again, empathy. You can't have that in the real estate.
No, you
game.
can't have
No,
empathy in the
hell
real
no.
estate game. You
Anybody
can't.
else
that-
had been get the
Because guess
fuck
what?
out.
Yep.
That broke him. That empathy is what cooked him. Like, oh
Yep.
man, I want out.
But my friends in the real estate game, they were cutthroat. They were signing weird paperwork and just all
Yeah.
type of crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Just so they can have some material things that they didn't need. And I rationalized it by, it's legal.
Right. It's what Nas say. What
That's
the
why I
song
couldn't
say?
sell cars. I got a license to sell cars.
Yeah.
You know how many lies I told to get a car off a lot?
Let me get that lyric. I'm listening to you.
I'm in the truth selling cars. And I'm
Yeah.
lying to get the car. I didn't want to lie, but I started realizing I can't sell a car unless I tell a lie. Like if somebody say, did this car come from the auction? If you say yeah, they walk away. You be like, all cars come from the auction. Or they traded in.
Mm-hmm.
The cars that get traded in go to the auction. So we sell quality cars. So if I told a lot of lies. I regret that too. But I had to ditch all that stuff. See, with this haircut business, it's easy.
Straightforward.
It's straightforward. If they not satisfied, you're not gonna get nothing. And there's so many barbers out here that's cheaper than you. If they pay the price that you ask, that's a legit transaction.
Mm-hmm.
Remember we was talking about empathy, right?
Yeah.
And how you justify fucking up your people, right? This is a lyric from Nas' song with Rick Ross, Triple Beam Dreams. He said,
I'm very familiar.
I remember watching Scarface the first time. Look at that big house. The Porsche paid for by crime.
Yep.
How could I sell this poison to my peoples in my mind? Here go the point. They dumb and destroyed themselves. Is how I rationalize.
That's how you rationalize.
That's the same way.
It is. You rationalize, like, that's them. It's easy to come up and get a house.
Yep.
Man, that ain't easy for everybody.
Hell no.
Everybody's wife don't work at Harley Davidson.
Right.
It's easy for you to do it because your wife work at Harley Davidson. You just go in and be like, hey, we want that house. And hey, here you go. It's $250 a month. Everybody can't do that. Everybody don't have the mental capacity or the health. Like with the mental health problems that I have now, it's hard for me to get started going through the day. By the time I get my physical symptoms under control from anxiety and my mind clear, it's 4 o'clock in the evening.
Now, let me stop you. Remember you just said a minute ago about how people will look at your house and be like, oh, this nigga got this. You just hit the head on the nail. He understands that. You understand that everybody can't get this. So you conscious of that. So you don't throw this in people's face when they come around.
Right.
This the last thing you even want to talk about. You talking about fellowshipping in the kitchen, or what you say that was so music to my ears, man. Maybe 6 months ago, how all of y'all will be up 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning, right in the little hall, coffee, just chilling.
Yeah.
You know, for moms go to work, and though that's not. You can't even find that scene on the Cosby's.
No.
And you know the Cosby been gone years.
Mm-hmm.
So the point that I'm making is that we're fortunate, bro, to have experienced what we experienced and still have a sense of humility, a sense of
It wasn't always that way.
right, a sense of empathy. My point is, when you got empathy, bro, being humble ain't that far away.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Man,
Yeah.
I got a really close friend that I really love like a brother. I'm talking
It's
about.
407.
Okay.
I'm
that's
talking
cool,
about-
that's cool.
I'm talking about. He
I
just
know
such
what you're talking about.
he just such a smooth nigga, and he just such a people person. You can't help but love him. But this nigga he trying to open up a cigar bar at 54, and I'm like,
Who we gonna be servicing? What people we
niggas.
servicing?
I mean, he think.
Super.
I mean, this is what he told me the other day. He said, "Man, this cigar thing is the biggest thing going."
Ish.
Yeah.
Can you read up the detriment of smoking cigars?
I mean,
Before we get ready to close out, I want you to type in the detriment of smoking cigars.
like, bro, I done been to the emergency room 5-6 times in a year for shortness of breath. Every time I go, they done gave me CAT scans. You know what a CT scan is?
Mm-hmm.
That's the king of all testing. As far as trying to figure out what's wrong with someone, and then now I'm not putting my faith 100% into the medical industry, but from their best testing, they like, dude, you got anxiety disorder. I'm like, huh? And I kind of want to believe, because some days I work out like a
You
savage.
said you got what?
And that anxiety disorder.
Who said that to you?
The doctor.
Oh, 100. He
But
100.
then it's really demons.
Yes.
So, and then the next day I can barely catch my breath. It's like, dang. And then you sitting in my face and you don't have that problem.
Yeah.
And you smoking cigars. Get to where I'm at. Where it's hard for you to, and then put a cigar in your mouth and see. This gotta be a bunch of people who can breathe just fine. You know what I'm saying? Because if you have the breathing issues that I have, putting a cigar in your mouth is just like putting a penis in your shit. You gonna be like,
we got less than 10 minutes. I break that down for them.
okay,
Because they'll literally, somebody will watch this and literally think you mean literally. So spiritually, metaphorically, give it to them, man.
okay.
Because we know what you're saying.
Why would you wait to get in your 50s, have high blood pressure, have other health issues, obesity, all of these things, and because you want to project yourself into this fabulous lifestyle of, you gotta remember, black people love to say businesses.
Yeah.
Oh man, you ever been around these type of black people who keep saying that word, businesses? Yeah, man, he got 3-4 businesses. Black people obsessed with wanting to be a business owner. I've been a business owner. There ain't no glory
Some
in that.
fuck ass shit.
ain't no glory in being a business owner. It's some goofy shit. Just this is all I like to say. I'm so happy that I can be a bum because I don't have no kids to take care of. See, when they was little, I was rationalizing everything I was doing to make the money because I'm like, man, these kids gotta have a better life than I had. Man, once I accomplished that, and then I started to come into the truth, by the time I hit 49, I ain't worth a quarter. He'll tell you that.
What the cigars do to you?
This is lung.org, American Lung Association. Cigar smoking can cause cancers of the lung, oral cavity, larynx, that's the right way to say it,
Mhm.
yeah, and esophagus, as well as cardiovascular disease.
Yeah.
Those who smoke cigars heavily or inhale deeply also increase their risk of developing chronic obstructive pulmonary disease,
That's COPD.
which includes chronic bronchitis and emphysema.
Yeah.
Now, you heard what Ish just read.
Mm-hmm.
His right hand, one of his right hand man just came over and said, "Yeah, this the lick."
That's the lick. And we talked about G having one. He like, man, G got his downtown, man. You know what I'm saying, man? I'm like, y'all really 55 years old smoking? That's why y'all all look like Michael Jordan.
Facts.
Look at what them cigars doing to him. Them must done raped him. He don't even see it. That's how you know that one meme where the dude hitting the bottle, he said, them perks ain't done nothing to me.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's Jordan. It's like, Mike, have you looked at your old self and then looked at your cigar smoking self? Then you got Steve Harvey, stupid ass. He up on the TV. Yeah, man. You know, Marjorie, no, man. You know, the thing that I need is me a cigar.
Yeah.
I'm like, whoa, really? You niggas
You
60
need
years
it?
old. Bro, I'm 49 years old. I try to take care of myself.
Yeah.
Bro, I my anxiety, and that's what they say it is.
Yeah.
Bro, I can't catch my breath some days. I don't even smoke. I be like, and okay, today I'll be able to box. I'm talking about, you know how good a shape you gotta be in to go 10 minutes straight on a heavy bag? Ishmael, no. You gotta be in really good shape to do that.
Gotta get it in.
Man, I'll do that. I'll wake up, be like, dang, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. The next day, I'll be down here and I hit it one time and can't catch my breath. Like, should I get rushed to the hospital? But by the time I get upstairs, I'm like, I can breathe just fine. But it's just this, I don't know. I got demons, bro.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? I got demons on me. Whether they physical or mental health is demons. But you at 55 years old just gonna invite these demons into your life?
Think about it. The man, I just can't get past before we get ready to close out. I can't get past the fact that you got somebody that's 54 that have bought into this enchantment hustle of peddling cigars in a bar that you're gonna mix with liquor. So
Brown liquor.
yeah. So when you talk about health,
Not red wine.
when you talk about health and preserving your health, you're all he can think about is the monetary gain.
That's all he worried
that he's
about.
gonna get.
And
Meanwhile,
fame, and the
yeah,
fame.
and the fame, and meanwhile, he ain't even considering his own health.
And it's failing. He had cancer already.
Yeah.
On top of
He
that,
passed out on the airplane, had to wear a heart monitor, obese.
But look, he ain't locked in where he's supposed to be.
Right.
nah, he ain't.
It's like, damn, dog, like, this, I get it. We all gonna die, but this ain't stick yourself, Tony.
Yes, it is. For him, it is.
You know what I'm saying? Shit, okay. Develop the breathing problem that I got, and then stick one of them cigars. Now, I'm gonna be impressed you can do that.
Yeah, man. As we get ready to close out, man, I just wanted to commend the elder. He brought out something earlier in his word. The way we live our lives, as according to this, you fooling yourself if you think you're gonna have a celebratory spirit all day, every day.
Right.
You're gonna be depressed, anxiety, paranoid. You're gonna have empathy. When we see the news, bro, it's frightening when me and your dad see the news. All we can do is send each other the SMH emoji. That's the shortest way to express the pain that we see the shaking my head, that's like the easiest way of saying you motherfucker.
No, we on the phone constantly. We don't talk as much as we used to. We do a lot more texting. We still have long conversations.
Yeah.
But we can't keep up.
Nope.
That's a fact.
I be looking like I'm not gonna text Octis. It's 5 a.m. But every once in a while I be like, fuck that. You gotta see this crazy shit.
Yeah. Yeah. And then your generation,
Retarded.
y'all on a rampage.
Them
bro.
niggas that killed that pizza man, I'm glad I've never come in contact with them. Them dudes, you seen them and you see that one in the court,
What? No,
I was like, whoa, the ones that killed the pizza man.
No.
The one, you know, the one ugly one. You know what I'm talking
They
about?
all
Did you
was
see
ugly.
dog?
Which one?
Did you see how dog was acting? I'm like, oh man, I don't know what's going on with dude, man.
Something.
Dog, that nigga was in the courtroom. That nigga was like,
Because he was a demon.
I'm like, whoa, what's wrong with dude? And then in the comments, everybody was even noticed it. They was like, man, that one dog, there's something wrong with dog. Hey, dog, that man was in that mud like. I'm like, whoa. I'm just glad I never came in contact with dude.
So just think about that. This is serious, okay? Imagine one of these gentlemen right here come across individuals like that, being spiritual men. Here's the beautiful thing. If they were to come across something like that, because the power and spirit it is, the psychopath he just illustrated, they would be invisible to him.
Yeah.
Because the power and spirit Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. But demons recognize demons. But when he come across them, he matter of fact, he gonna bypass them and go straight for the bullshit.
Ishmael, you said this the other day. He said, it's funny you should say that. He said, if you got a righteous spirit and a demon is around, they gonna lock on you.
Yeah.
They are.
Yeah.
Dog, you come in the grocery store, that motherfucker can be looking at something.
Yeah.
You like,
Exactly. Because, like, how the fuck
you like, what the
here?
fuck, nigga? What?
Thousands of people come through here every day. Why the
Yeah.
fuck is you bothering
You
me?
want to be right here next
Right.
to you.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. They coming for you. It's a spiritual thing.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
Ecclesiastes chapter 1 verse 18. For in much wisdom is much grief, and he that increaseth knowledge increaseth sorrow. And we talked about this. You jump in that car,
Oh.
you going on the mission.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's almost like when we start to invite people into the truth now. But Tyrese and them did it to us.
Mhm.
They was like, hey dude, you know,
It's a
you take
contract.
this money.
Yeah, it's a
It's a
contract.
dude like, yeah. And hop shot. I'm gonna cuss out these hunkies. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Ha 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 ha.
No. I
You
told
know,
him the
that's
same
probably
thing
got
to
in the
Mike.
car.
I told Mike, I said, you do know. Don't come over here thinking you finna be happier.
You're fucked. You're fucked.
Who do you tell?
Mike.
Mike?
Right.
I'm like, you come over here thinking it's finna be fun and shit. No.
Ain't no. It
You
is
gonna be-
start out
You
fun,
gonna
just
be
like
looking
hitting
in the
crack.
mirror like, what the fuck is wrong with
Yeah,
me?
meth. You started fun. You hit the meth the first
Yeah,
time.
your skin
Watch
start
this.
falling off and you be that mother, what the fuck?
Hey, Ish, check this out. Now, Kyle. You heard what Ish told Mike, right? Ish, can you brief him too?
Like a motherfucker. Every day, as soon as you wake up.
Your ass be almost like the hey, you be like the white dude in the Matrix. I don't want to remember anything. Make me an actor. Someone important. Now remember, I don't want to remember nothing.
Right,
Remember
right.
dog,
Yeah,
he was
yeah.
like, I'm gonna be somebody important.
Yeah.
Like an actor. To get out, but we
Yeah.
ain't getting out. But that was a joke, but when Satan get to fucking with you, you be like, man, I got in the car. You got in the car.
You got in the car, bro.
You got in the car. But see, when I got in the car, I was cussing out Esau, right? That's the trick. That's how you. That's how you get in the car.
Yeah.
Cussing out Esau get played out real quick.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you
man.
like, I don't want to cuss out Esau no more. He be laughing at us when we be cussing him out.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah.
Because he living in this cabin.
Yeah.
He looking like, oh, this disgruntled Negro. He don't give a fuck. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying?
What's
He-
that movie, before we close out? Y'all help me. It's a movie where the people get in the car and they realize they not getting out. They try to open the door and put the locks, and then when you try to open the lock, he cut their fingers and shit.
Man, I never seen
It's
it.
a movie. I think Bone Collector. It's a scene where somebody got an Uber or something, and the dude was like, "You missed my turn," and dog kept going, and before he knew it, the motherfucker was dead. He killed him. He couldn't get out the car. Like he had the car rigged where you couldn't even jump out that mug.
Bro, that's this car.
That's how.
But here's the catch.
the
You
beginning of
can
Bone
get
Collector.
out. You can step straight out. You can step straight out. But your spirit hold you in. That's the knowledge that lead to the sorrow. You know you can't get out.
Yeah.
Because this was gonna happen if
What
you
they
get
gonna
out.
do, turn back?
This was gonna happen if you get out. Real quick.
Unlearn some shit.
You still gonna know.
Yeah.